The Dark Tetrade, an intricate paradigm within psychological discourse, intricately delineates four intricately interwoven personality dimensions, each emblematic of malevolent proclivities and socio-emotional disarray. Delving into the profound complexities of human nature, this construct unveils Machiavellianism, narcissism, psychopathy, and sadism as cardinal traits, together constituting a labyrinthine tapestry of maladaptive tendencies and interpersonal discord. Machiavellianism. Rooted in the Machiavellian ethos, this trait embodies a strategic, astute, and often surreptitious modus operandi in social engagements. Individuals ensconced in Machiavellian tendencies exhibit a penchant for manipulation, guile, and exploitation as instruments to further their self-serving agendas. Consider, for instance, the corporate executive who orchestrates intricate power plays, leveraging interpersonal dynamics to ascend the hierarchical ladder while callously disregarding the collateral damage left in their wake. Narcissism. At its core, narcissism exudes an intoxicating aura of self-aggrandizement, grandiosity, and an insatiable thirst for adulation. Individuals ensnared within the clutches of narcissistic predispositions harbor an exaggerated sense of self-importance, coupled with an incessant craving for validation and entitlement. Picture the charismatic leader, ensconced in a facade of invincibility, whose grandiose delusions mask a fragile ego, vulnerable to the slightest hint of criticism or dissent. Psychopathy. Nestled within the labyrinthine corridors of psychopathy lies a chilling amalgam of callousness, impulsivity, and a profound deficit in effective empathy. Psychopathic individuals exude a beguiling charm, cloaking their predatory instincts beneath a veneer of superficial affability. Consider the serial manipulator whose calculating machinations ensnare unsuspecting victims in a web of deceit and exploitation, all while evincing a chilling absence of remorse or moral compunction. Sadism. Within the realm of sadism, the allure of dominance intertwines with a visceral pleasure derived from the infliction of pain and suffering upon others. Sadistic individuals derive gratification from the anguish of their victims, relishing in acts of cruelty and degradation. Imagine the tyrant, intoxicated by the power they wield, whose sadistic inclinations manifest in the ruthless subjugation and humiliation of those unfortunate enough to cross their path. As these multifaceted dimensions coalesce within an individual, they engender a potent brew of malevolent propensities and interpersonal tumult. The intricate interplay of Machiavellianism, narcissism, psychopathy, and sadism yields a complex mosaic of maladaptive behavior characterized by manipulation, exploitation, and a callous indifference to the suffering of others. Within the shadowy recesses of the human psyche, the Dark Tetrade casts a profound and disquieting pall, illuminating the darker facets of human nature with disconcerting clarity. Machiavellianism, a term rooted in the seminal work The Prince by Italian political philosopher Niccolò Machiavelli, represents a rich tapestry of historical and psychological dimensions, weaving together themes of power, pragmatism, and manipulation. Emerging against the backdrop of the Italian Renaissance, Machiavelli's treatise sought to elucidate the strategies and tactics employed by rulers to acquire and maintain political power in a tumultuous era marked by shifting alliances, rival city-states, and dynastic intrigue. Central to Machiavelli's philosophy was a stark departure from prevailing moralistic norms of governance, advocating instead for a pragmatic approach grounded in the realities of political expediency and strategic maneuvering. Machiavelli famously asserted that rulers should prioritize the preservation of power and stability over adherence to moral principles, arguing that the ends often justify the means in the pursuit of political objectives. Machiavelli's insights into the nature of power and politics laid the groundwork for the concept of Machiavellianism as a psychological construct which later found resonance within the field of personality psychology. Machiavellianism came to be defined as a set of personality traits characterized by strategic thinking, manipulation, and a cynical worldview inspired by Machiavelli's emphasis on the art of statecraft and the exercise of power. Throughout history, Machiavellianism has manifested in various contexts, from the court intrigues of Renaissance Italy to the power struggles of modern politics and corporate environments. Machiavellian individuals are adept at discerning and exploiting the vulnerabilities of others, employing tactics such as deception, manipulation, and strategic alliances to achieve their objectives. Moreover, Machiavellianism has been a subject of fascination and study within the field of psychology, with researchers exploring its implications for interpersonal relationships, leadership effectiveness, and ethical decision-making. Studies have shown that Machiavellian individuals possess a keen understanding of social dynamics and are skilled at influencing others to further their own interests, often at the expense of moral principles or the welfare of others. In sum, Machiavellianism represents a complex interplay of historical, philosophical, and psychological dimensions, offering insights into the nature of power, politics, and human behavior. From its origins in Renaissance political theory to its contemporary relevance in the study of personality and social dynamics, Machiavellianism continues to captivate the imagination and challenge our understanding of the complexities of human nature. Narcissism, a term originating from Greek mythology, where the youth Narcissus fell in love with his own reflection, has evolved into a multifaceted and intricate concept within psychology, encompassing a spectrum of personality traits marked by self-absorption, grandiosity, and a profound need for admiration and validation. At its core, narcissism reflects a pervasive preoccupation with one's own self-image and an exaggerated sense of self-importance. Individuals high in narcissistic tendencies often exhibit a grandiose sense of entitlement, believing themselves to be inherently superior to others and deserving of special treatment and recognition. This inflated self-view serves as a protective shield against feelings of inadequacy or vulnerability, masking deeper insecurities and fears of rejection or failure. Moreover, narcissistic individuals frequently seek external validation and admiration as a means of shoring up their fragile self-esteem and bolstering their sense of self-worth. They may engage in attention-seeking behaviors such as self-promotion, boasting, or exhibitionism in order to garner praise and admiration from others. However, this insatiable thirst for admiration can become a double-edged sword, as narcissists may become hypersensitive to criticism or perceived slights, reacting with hostility or defensiveness when their inflated self-image is challenged. Central to narcissism is a profound deficit in empathy and an inability to truly connect with others on an emotional level. Narcissistic individuals often view relationships as transactional in nature, seeking out others who can serve as sources of admiration, validation, or utility, rather than genuine emotional connection or intimacy. This instrumental approach to relationships can result in a pattern of exploitation, manipulation, and interpersonal dysfunction, as narcissists prioritize their own needs and desires above those of others. Furthermore, narcissism encompasses both overt and covert manifestations, with some individuals displaying flamboyant and exhibitionistic behaviors, while others adopt a more subtle and manipulative approach to fulfilling their narcissistic needs. Regardless of the outward expression, narcissism represents a complex and multifaceted dimension of human personality, shaped by a confluence of genetic, environmental, and developmental factors. In summary, narcissism represents a multifaceted and intricate construct within psychology, encompassing a range of personality traits marked by self-absorption, grandiosity, and a profound need for admiration and validation. From its origins in Greek mythology to its contemporary manifestations in personality psychology and clinical practice, narcissism continues to intrigue researchers and clinicians alike, offering valuable insights into the complexities of human nature and the dynamics of interpersonal relationships. Psychopathy, a concept deeply entrenched in the annals of psychology and criminology, represents a complex and enigmatic dimension of human personality characterized by a constellation of traits such as callousness, manipulativeness, and a profound deficit in empathy and moral conscience. Often depicted as the quintessential dark personality trait, psychopathy elicits both fascination and trepidation due to its association with predatory behavior and societal menace. Central to psychopathy is a pervasive and enduring pattern of antisocial behavior marked by a lack of remorse or guilt for one's actions and a propensity for deceitfulness and manipulation. Psychopathic individuals exhibit a remarkable capacity for superficial charm and persuasiveness, allowing them to effortlessly navigate social interactions and mask their true intentions beneath a facade of normalcy and affability. Moreover, psychopathy encompasses a profound deficit in effective empathy, the ability to vicariously experience and understand the emotions of others. Psychopathic individuals are largely indifferent to the suffering or distress of others, viewing interpersonal relationships as instrumental means to fulfill their own needs and desires rather than genuine connections based on empathy or reciprocity. This callous disregard for the welfare of others enables psychopaths to exploit and manipulate their victims with impunity, often leaving a trail of devastation and harm in their wake. Furthermore, psychopathy is characterized by a reckless and impulsive lifestyle, marked by a disregard for social norms, rules, and obligations. Psychopathic individuals are prone to engaging in high-risk behaviors such as substance abuse, criminality, and promiscuity, driven by a relentless pursuit of immediate gratification and sensation-seeking thrills. Importantly, psychopathy is distinct from other antisocial personality disorders, such as sociopathy, in that it is thought to have a stronger genetic basis and a more profound and pervasive impact on an individual's personality and behavior. While the precise etiology of psychopathy remains a subject of debate among researchers, it is widely believed to arise from a complex interplay of genetic, neurobiological, and environmental factors. In conclusion, psychopathy represents a complex and multifaceted construct within psychology, encompassing a range of personality traits and behaviors that contribute to a pattern of antisocial and morally reprehensible conduct. From its portrayal in popular culture to its implications for forensic psychology and criminal justice, psychopathy continues to captivate the imagination and challenge our understanding of human nature and the darker facets of the human psyche. Sadism, intricately interwoven within the fabric of human psychology, constitutes a multifaceted and profound dimension of personality characterized by the derivation of pleasure or gratification from the infliction of pain, suffering, or humiliation upon others. Rooted in the psychosexual theories of Austrian psychiatrist Richard von Krafft-Ebing and later refined by psychoanalyst Sigmund Freud, sadism represents a complex interplay of instinctual drives, cognitive processes, and socio-emotional dynamics. At its essence, sadism encompasses a spectrum of behaviors and impulses ranging from subtle forms of psychological manipulation to overt acts of physical cruelty. Sadistic individuals derive a sense of power, control, or arousal from the suffering or degradation of others, with the infliction of pain serving as a means of asserting dominance or gratifying deeply entrenched desires. Central to sadism is a profound deficit in empathy and an inability to vicariously experience or comprehend the emotional states of others. Sadistic individuals often exhibit a callous disregard for the well-being and autonomy of their victims, viewing them as objects to be manipulated, dominated, or exploited for personal gain or pleasure. This lack of empathy enables sadists to engage in acts of cruelty or exploitation without experiencing guilt, remorse, or moral qualms. Moreover, sadism is not solely confined to acts of physical violence or aggression, but can also manifest in more subtle and insidious forms of psychological manipulation or emotional abuse. Sadistic individuals may derive satisfaction from eliciting fear, humiliation, or emotional pain in others through gaslighting, coercion, or other forms of psychological control. Furthermore, sadism exists on a continuum, with varying degrees of severity and expression across individuals and contexts. While some individuals may exhibit overt and flagrant displays of sadistic behavior, others may manifest more covert or latent sadistic tendencies that only emerge under specific circumstances or in the presence of certain triggers. The origins of sadism are complex and multifaceted, influenced by a myriad of factors including early childhood experiences, neurobiological predispositions, and sociocultural influences. Psychodynamic theories posit that sadistic impulses may stem from unresolved conflicts or traumas during childhood, while evolutionary perspectives suggest that sadism may have adaptive origins rooted in dominance hierarchies and reproductive strategies. In conclusion, sadism represents a complex and nuanced dimension of human psychology, encompassing a range of behaviors, motivations, and cognitive processes that contribute to the infliction of pain, suffering, or humiliation upon others for personal gratification. From its conceptualization in psychoanalytic theory to its implications for forensic psychology and the study of interpersonal relationships, sadism continues to intrigue researchers and clinicians alike, offering valuable insights into the darker facets of human nature and the complexities of human behavior.